We the People, Colin, versus the Boot Party.
Wow. I'll tell you what, it is not often that Jack Swagger, first of all, graces New Jersey and us with his presence. Thank you, Jack. But second of all, look about 25 feet across the room from the real American. It's not often he's gotten an opponent that he has to look up to. 6'6", 260 of Jack Swagger is the smaller competitor in this matchup.
Now, I thought you were going to say, thank you for gracing us with Miss Catalina there, Colin West.
Well,
I saw you, Myron.
Well,
the crowd on
Swagger looks in amazing
fire.
shape, doesn't he?
He really does.
Physical specimen, All-American from the University of Oklahoma, former WWE World Heavyweight Champion, among other accolades.
A man who squared off at WrestleMania with another man on this card tonight, Alberto El Patron.
Star-studded SWF lineup tonight, and this one I have been waiting for a long time. And look at that, the shoulder tackle from Marconi puts Jack Swagger on his back.
Well, you can't take anything away from TJ Marconi. He is a former SWF champion.
Certainly, no lack of pedigree and no lack of respect between these two men. This is going to get tense, this is going to get heated, but I think both of these gentlemen would prefer to keep things as a competitive wrestling match. I don't think you're going to see much chicanery. You're not going to see any cheating here. Both of these men want to prove they are the superior wrestler here in Atlantic City.
Well, that's the thing about Marconi. He is always about trying to test himself against the best there is to offer. And a man like Jack Swagger, I'm sorry, I was looking over at Miss Catalina. I got a little flustered.
I do know Zach Jagger, though. Zach Jagger, nice guy.
Now, Jack Swagger and TJ Marconi, you got to think in a situation like this, Marconi has everything to gain by getting a victory over somebody with the pedigree of Jack Swagger.
Yes, but for his own credit, there are very few wrestlers in the world today as he ducks the line and now takes down Marconi with a big shoulder tackle. Very few wrestlers in the world today take more pride in their craft, in the nuance, in the subtleties, in the technicalities of their craft than the man from Perry, Oklahoma, Jack Swagger.
Hey man, that man is we talked about Marconi being a former SWF champion. Jack Swagger is a former champion in his own right, Colin.
Jack Swagger just threw TJ Marconi back into the ring with such force that Marconi's face hit the apron hard, and now Swagger goes to work, and that amateur wrestling and football background, the tackle, the whip into the ropes, and now Swagger mounts for a count of 10. Lovely Miss Catalina at ringside, loving what she sees from her charge. Jack Swagger, look at those shots right into the ribcage, but one forearm and a clubbing blow to the back, and the 300-plus pounder TJ Marconi back in control.
The referee doing his job, trying to back Swagger off of Marconi after that 10 punch. Marconi seeing that opening and taking advantage immediately.
And again, it takes me aback a little bit, Eric Corvus. When you see Jack Swagger on the show, you go, all right, he's going to be the bigger man. Somebody that's working against Jack Swagger, that's wrestling against Swagger, is going to have to use his speed, his agility, his quickness. Not the other way around.
And the thing about Marconi is usually in SWF, he is a fan favorite. He is beloved by the SWF fans. But Marconi realizes what a victory over Jack Swagger would be.
Lateral press. Sorry, on the 2 count.
No, it's fine. Marconi realizes what a victory over Jack Swagger would do to help skyrocket his career, and he is going to do whatever it takes to walk away with that victory. As Marconi applies that old school nerve hold. I'm a big fan.
And you talk about Marconi and what he's had to deal with in this company for months now. Oh, Marconi charges up that clothesline. Oh! Goes for a clothesline and missed, and Swagger goes low. That chop block to the knee takes the big man down. Marconi has had to deal with 5 guys, with every sort of obstacle and odds against him that you can imagine. Oh! Big sidewalk slam! Marconi into the cover, hooks the inside leg, 2, no!
That is textbook Marconi for you, Colin West. And this is one of the first SWF shows in months that Marconi hasn't had to look over his shoulder and wonder what the 5 guys have in store for him. He can concentrate on Jack Swagger and picking up what would easily be the biggest victory of his career.
Certainly. And Jack Swagger, to his own right and to his own credit, still a lot to prove in his career, still a relatively young athlete in what I would say, Eric Corvus, is the prime and the prime years of his career, deciding, you know what, I want to go test myself against the very best that every company in the world has to offer. And you don't get any better here in SWF than good times only TJ Marconi in what has been a very evenly matched, if I could even say 60-40 matchup towards Marconi so far. And a big point of the elbow almost to the jaw of Swagger, who's down again, Eric.
And the one thing that I have to say maybe works in Marconi's favor, 1, 2, very lackadaisical recover by Marconi. But what works in his favor is when Swagger was in the big time, when he worked for the WWE, he traveled with these guys. He watched these guys wrestle. He got to study them. When he comes down to the independent level,
oh, no way.
He may not be as familiar with Marconi, but Marconi is definitely familiar with Swagger as Marconi.
It's an old school boot party. Wow. Eric, what do you do when a man is 6'6", 310 and does that?
1, 2, you almost get pinned. That's what. But like I was saying, Marconi has been watching Swagger on television for years. This might be Swagger's first taste of Marconi. So it gives him a little bit of an advantage, at least in the vein of preparation.
I might not have given him enough credit on the 310. What do you think?
Marconi's staying right on top of him. It looks like he might be going up for him again.
You gotta be kidding me. A little double old school. What happens when you graduate old school twice? You get an old master's? A grandmaster's, maybe? Now, this is just maybe a little showboating from TJ Marconi. He's up there again. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he's peeled off by Jack Swagger, and all of a sudden, we are back to squares, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of your two main events of the evening here at SWF Roll the Dice. Jack Swagger, TJ Marconi, Eric Corvus. This has been everything we expected and then some.
Swagger full head of steam into the corner, and again, just lighting up the chest of Marconi.
Oh, wow! What a spine buster!
With ease! Have you ever seen anyone manhandle Marconi like that, Colin?
Oh, and listen to this place. The steam.
Axe bomber, 1, 2.
Oh! I thought that was the home run, go home lariat. Wow! But you look at where TJ Marconi is.
Not to use a stereotype, but it seems like the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
And
Swagger,
hold up.
Swagger is about to fall hard on Marconi.
Oh no! Marconi gets the boot up. Oh no! And now Marconi going for the exact same maneuver.
He's known for the elbow version, and he hits it.
Ooh! Right into the heart of Swagger. 2, 3. No!
And how apropos is it, Colin, that just after Swagger put his hand over his heart, Marconi delivers the elbow right to it.
Wow. I'll tell you what, I guarantee you that Jack Swagger is getting even more than he bargained for from TJ Marconi. But TJ Marconi at this point has to be, as much as we've seen of Jack Swagger, has to be impressed by the resiliency. Oh no, go for the Patriot lock.
And he has it. No, he's trying to get him over. He's not over all the way just yet.
Oh, he sounds pretty over to me, Eric.
Oh, he kicks him off. Marconi.
Oh, boot party! The boot party to the face! What a win for TJ! Oh, what happened? Did he get his foot on the rope?
Miss Catalina got his foot on the rope.
Wow.
Jack Swagger's invitation to the boot party did not get lost in the mail.
Absolutely not. Oh no.
Oh no.
Miss Catalina, you're going to want to get out of there. You are going to want to... Don't walk towards him. Why are you walking towards him?
Marconi may have...
Wait, Swagger. Big right hand. Another one. A third. 4, 5, 6. I can count. Wow.
Swagger getting his invitation to the boot party, but Marconi looks like he's getting his invitation to the Catalina wine mixer.
Wow, and I'll tell you what, referee using his discretion not to disqualify Swagger there. I agree with him. And now, we, the people, are about to go on a ride with Jack Swagger. The Swagger bomb in the corner into the Patriot lock.
Right in the center. Right in the middle. Marconi has nowhere to go.
Got nowhere to go. Can he get to the ropes?
That's a tall man. He might be able to read. He does. He gets to the apron.
Wow.
Marconi able to break the plane of that bottom row.
Oh, wait a minute. Big shot to the face. Marconi.
Total recall.
What?
Marconi with the total recall.
No way.
1, 2.
Whoa. I haven't seen Marconi pull out the total recall in a long time. Wait a minute. Look who is back at the party.
After getting run off by Marconi earlier tonight in the Atlantic City Rumble, Ryan Gallione making his presence felt. Marconi just noticing.
Oh no, boot party misses. Swagger rolls him up, rolls him through the Patriot lock again.
Marconi, what is he gonna do? Oh, he taps it. Interesting
development here, Eric. I mean, I cannot imagine Jack Swagger enlisting Ryan Gallione. That can't be what happened here.
I don't think so. I think Gallione took exception to Marconi sticking his nose in his business earlier tonight and came out to get one up on Marconi.
And here's Swagger talking to Miss Catalina. Big victory for Jack Swagger. And tonight, the fans here in AC do know Jack, but I think there's more to this story than meets the eye.